Our beautiful, the only peach morganite that I have for you in my jewelry show that's scheduled up until 6 o'clock this evening. Okay, so Aquamarine, same thing. Here, our March girls, you know, if you were born in March and you have been searching and looking for your birthstone, it has become more and more limited everywhere. And what we are offering here is not only a gorgeous aquamarine band ring, we have the matching aquamarine, easy for me to say, aquamarine cuff bracelet, all in beautiful sterling silver rhodium finish. Now here's where we're gonna have some fun. This is a 3-stone, beautifully matched, and this is that what we call seafoam aqua mist. That is one of the primary premium colors to look for in genuine aquamarine. You have it here. You have it in this magnificent, these are EmeraldCut, something very, very, very special and unique that you don't see very often in aquamarine because it's harder to get it in the larger carat weights like we're showing, let alone the fancy cut stones. So this is that ice blue, gorgeous aquamarine. The emeralds are 7x5 millimeters to 6x4 millimeters. In the ring alone, you have over 1.5 carats of genuine aquamarine. And then white zircon is the framing stone that accents it all the way around in a halo effect, and then it comes down just slightly pave on each side of the band. This ring right here, appraised at $325. We're offering it not at $129, we're taking $90 off our original HSN price and offering it at $89.90. So that's, again, another huge special savings, 50% off. Now let's talk about the cuff bracelet, which is 7 3/4 inch in length, and that will comfortably adjust from a 6.5-inch wrist up to an 8-inch wrist. So a lot of flexibility in that regard. This was originally $289. It appraised at $545. How fun is this? And we're offering it at 50% off HSN's original price. It's $144.90. and available with 4 flex pays. That would be $36.23, your first monthly payment. The total carat weight in the bracelet, just in the blue aquamarine, is almost 5.5 carats. And the white zircon is 2.25 carats. And we're looking at under $150. These are not simulated. These are not synthetic. They are genuine aquamarine. And understand, you know, it's HSN, we have 4 flex pays. I'm looking at this in terms of, all right, $25, $23 to get the ring home. And let's just, you know, round it up, $40 to get the bracelet home. So, I mean, we're still under $75 for over, just in the aquamarine carat weight, almost 7 carats of natural aquamarine. It would be almost impossible to find aquamarine of this quality in just loose stones at that carat weight, anywhere near the prices that we're able to bring to you. So, March gals, this is your birthstone. This is not blue topaz that oftentimes will say, oh, you can use this as a look-alike because it's so hard to find the aquamarine part of the beryl family. They've just escalated in price tremendously over the last 5 years. And this is where Colleen works so well with our gem suppliers out there. She wants to bring pink sapphires, peach morganite, what we refer to as some of those rarer, more unique, hard to find, and very expensive stones. And definitely aquamarine fits right into that category. It is a strong, durable stone. This being in that specialty cut known as the princess cut, they have to start off, and you can only imagine that's why we are so limited in quantity, with a very large, you know, rough carat weight and a premium carat weight to be able to yield enough perfection of the natural stone to be able to create such a masterpiece. It's just, this is fine jewelry at its absolute best. I have now fewer than 50 remaining in the bracelet. So if you're interested in the bracelet, that's definitely gonna end up selling out, and certainly for good reason in this presentation. I'm gonna check on the ring. I believe we're still okay Okay, 5 through size 11 in the ring, still available at $89.90. But we are getting limited right across the board. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my microphone here. Okay. Yes, so in these next few seconds, congratulations to you. It's 077711, and it's all about the end of the year clearance. In fact, we do welcome you. Please, this is the time to shop. Take a look. Colleen Lopez, all of our fabulous, unique specialty stones. Take a look at some of the great clearance specials that are available for you. And we have, I want to show you something. Can we show that to you, everybody? We have one of the craziest sales specials, I think, of the day. And there it is. I'm gonna show it on my hand. It's gonna be coming up for everybody.